Dr. Glass, I don't know if I've ever seen a case like this where there are at least 37,000 people I wouldn't want on that jury right away. And I have no idea how you're going to do your job if you're one of the people picked, or people like you who do this for a living. How do you begin to try to spot the doctors, the healthcare professionals who've given to that fund, the people who've lost loved ones in health insurance denied, the people who've been denied themselves? We all have a healthcare story. How do you do your job? How do you weed out those jurors?
It's going to be so difficult. This is going to be one of the most difficult cases ever for the prosecution. And they don't just need a jury consultant, they need someone like myself who can really analyze the nuances, the micro expressions during a jury selection process. But the problem here is a jury selection process is a very short time. We don't have a lot of time to analyze everything. It's going to be so tough.
So I often hear about body language experts as well being brought into the courtroom. Do you think that there's going to be the need for actual body language experts as well as just somebody who, reads the questions that are being answered?
Well, there should be a body language expert, but not just any kind of body language expert. You need a body language expert that really knows the subtleties of facial expression, of body movement, so they can see something when the questions are asked during voir dire. So you really have to be so tuned in and so experienced. Otherwise, it's worthless.
So every trial that I cover is a little bit different. Peremptory strikes and strikes for cause, you get a certain number, and they're not uniform. It's not the same in every state in every case. What do you see as being the number of, second, bites at the apple that a lot of the lawyers are going to be able to take, given the fact that they're going to have so many people that may not qualify?
Well, it's going to be fascinating because one of the things they are going to need to do is to ask, have you ever had a loved one, or have you been affected by the insurance problem, the insurance industry? And you're going to get a lot of raised hands. You're going to see a lot of people that have been affected. So it's going to be hugely difficult. It's going to be so tough to find somebody who's non-biased. And then you've got the issue of good-lookingness. And there have been studies that show that if a defendant is attractive, people are not going to convict them, definitely for the death penalty. People do respond. And attorneys know this. That's why they dress their client in certain sweaters, they put certain makeup on, they make them shave off a beard or do something with their hair. So this is very real. And these studies have gone back since the 1970s, where you really see the level of attractiveness on the jury, on how people perceive guilt or innocence.